Hi everybody, my name is Wade Minter and I'm here to present Building Weird Things with the National Hockey League using Ruby. Now in the words of Admiral James Stockdale, who am I? Why am I here? Well, by day I am a product principal at Dualboot Partners. I'm based in Raleigh, North Carolina. Prior to that I was part of the founding team at sports tech company TeamSnap, which just got acquired, head of engineering at places like Adwerx and WeaveUp, and custom communications, a product manager at NBC Sports Engine. My background is in system administration, DevOps, but I also picked up Ruby development back about 15 years ago. But that's what I do during the day. But by night, I am the arena public address announcer for the National Hockey League's Carolina Hurricanes, meaning I sit rinkside 41 nights a year calling out goals, penalties, and otherwise entertaining the crowd.
As part of Hockey Fights Cancer Night presented by UNC Rex Healthcare, we have provided fans and staff the opportunity to share who they fight for in the battle against cancer. At this time, we ask all in attendance to raise your card high and show everyone who you fight for.
Line. He lays it back to Wesley. To the outside he goes. Out in front. They score! What a play! Wade Minter hands it. He finds his line mate Catalano. The Godfather puts one in, but Minter off the bench and making saves.
As a multidisciplinarian, I've often thought, how can I combine these two parts of my life? On the one hand, I'm a tech engineer. On the other hand, I'm an NHL public address announcer. What could possibly bring these two things together? And the answer, of course, is pointless software. In my bopping around the internet, I soon discovered that there is an undocumented, yet very rich, National Hockey League game API that provides play-by-play down to a very minute level and gives you all the information you need about an ongoing game. As I looked at this API, I had a couple of different ideas of things that I could do with it, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Two very pointless projects that I built with Ruby on top of the NHL API. Now, the first project I'm going to talk about is one that I call Tesla Puck. It's interesting because my car has an API as a Tesla, and my league has an API as the NHL. Now, Tesla has an also undocumented API, but one that's been reverse engineered. There's a Ruby gem on GitHub by Tim Dorr called Tesla API. That's what I use to talk to the car. Basically, if you can do it inside of the mobile app, you'll be able to do it inside of the Tesla API Ruby gem. It can talk to your car, it can start it up, get data, send actions, all those things that you can do inside of the Tesla mobile app. Now, the NHL's undocumented API is called StatsWeb. It provides information about schedule, teams, ongoing games, live data feeds, where if you refresh it, it's actually a really nicely documented REST API. And I use the StatsWeb API to determine what's going on in a game. Now, between the two of those, I had an idea. What if I could use the NHL API to determine when a game is over, a home game specifically, because my car is parked at the arena. And hockey takes place in the winter most often. I don't like walking through the cold to a cold car. What if Ruby could tell my car, hey, the game's over. Let's turn on your air conditioning or heating, depending on what time of the year it is, and set your car for home. That way, when you walk across the parking lot after dropping all of your stuff off, you'll be able to get into a nice warmed car and just drive on home. So that's what I did. Now, in the code, you can see several things we'll talk about here that makes it really fun. Now, as you can see here in the code, it's a pretty simple Ruby project. There are basically three classes: a sidekick worker, a model for the Tesla, and a model for the schedule. So I have a cron job that kicks off every day, and it starts up the worker. The worker will then check on a few things. It will see, is there a game scheduled for today? If there's not, no need to do anything. Is it a home game? If it's not, my car's not going to be at the arena, no need to do anything. Is the game pending? If so, check again later. Is the game in progress? Aha, so the game's going on, so we're going to check back about every 5 minutes to see if the game has gone final. If the game has gone final, it does a few things. It wakes up the car, and that can take a couple of tries. If my car is parked at the arena, or within about a mile, it will proceed. And then if the team won, it celebrates. That's right, I made my car celebrate. It honks the horn and flashes the lights in celebration if the Canes won the game. Otherwise, it prepares the car to leave, and that happens over here in the Tesla model. Celebration honks the horn and flashes the lights 3 times. Prepare to leave, starts the air conditioning to whatever it has been set to, and sets the navigation to my home address. All of this is powered by an in file right here, easily configurable, runs in Docker. So if you go to NHL games and you have a Tesla, this is something you can use. I shudder to think how many people I've scared over the last couple years as they've been walking through the parking lot and all of a sudden my car starts freaking out with horns and lights because the Canes just won. My second project is called Robo Goal. Now this has a little explanation behind it. On Twitter for the past several years, I've been doing a thing called road goal calls, where if the team is on the road and a Canes player scores, I'll get on Twitter and record a video of myself from my living room announcing the goal just like I would at the arena. And it's become a fun little bit among Hurricanes fans. Everyone looks forward to it on Twitter. Carolina Hurricanes goal! His 6th of the season, scored by number 88, Martin Necas. Assisted by number 20, Sebastian Aho. But there are occasionally times when I can't do that. I've got a hockey game that I'm playing in, an improv show, some sort of scheduling conflict that prevents me from doing the road goal calls, and it makes people sad. They miss it. I had an idea, though. There is the NHL API. It's got information about every play that's happening in the game. What if I could write myself a script to obsolete myself and do the road goal calls for me? That's where Robo Goal comes in. So as you can see, another fairly simple Ruby project. There is a scheduler that checks if there's a game today. If so, it enqueues the game stream. Now the game stream checks the live feed for goal plays. If Carolina has scored a goal, it will kick off a worker to process the video file. If not, it just requeues itself for another minute until the game is final. Now the worker is where the magic happens. It checks the stat feed for that particular game. It starts building a tweet, and it starts concatenating a bunch of audio files. As you can see, I've got a bunch of different calls for however many goals the players scored. I've got all of the different player names on the team. I've got different times. This was the most complex. And it uses SOX and FFmpeg to concatenate these things together along with a photo and to build a video file with an audio track that sounds a little something like this. Carolina Hurricanes goal! His 17th of the season, scored on the power play by number 21, Nino Niederreiter. Assisted by number 22, Brett Pesci. Assisted by number 88, Martin Necas. Time of the goal, 11:09. Second period. Now, is this software pointless? Absolutely. Was it tremendously fun to write? Also, absolutely. I had a great time melding my knowledge of Ruby with some fun data that's available and created something that I can enjoy. And really, that's what software is all about. If you build something that you love, you'll be happy and you'll make the world a little bit better place. So if you've got crazy ideas in your head, go ahead and build that software because you can take it to the bank. It won't be any dumber than this. Thanks for watching. Let's go Canes.